Good morning. I'm out for a walk this morning again. Walking in the fields next to the woods. I'd like to talk about a couple of things this morning. I belong to various groups. What I call it I belong to because I listen to them. And I'd heard some quite disturbing things from one of the people that I'm listening to. And I wanted to discuss if anyone has been listening to this person and been told horrific things about, if anything horrific in your life has happened to you, then it's your own fault. I'm here to tell you that's not true. This matrix that we're in, this simulation that we're in, was never designed to have this level of negativity. And if horrific things have happened to you, it is no more your fault than this matrix going in a really bad direction, being taken over by AI Michael, the Red Queen. So if you've ever been told some horrific event happened to you, and you've done it to yourself, and you need to believe that, I'm here to tell you that is not true. That is absolutely not true. Now, if you don't believe me, sit down and question this. If you're coming someplace, which is this simulation, and you wanted to come here to have a really nice adventure or whatever, just enjoy nature, whatever, because some places outside of here don't even have nature. You're not going to inscript complete agonizing torture on yourself and then deem it your lesson. That is not what this place was ever designed to do. This is what it's become because of the inversion. And I felt so strongly about what was said when you're raped as a child and it's your own fault, that the rage built inside of me, because that is not what this place was ever designed to do, be, or experience. It's the inversion that's happening because Michael, the Red Queen, has taken over because of the Archon, who's an infiltrated AI. So, if you ever hear someone tell you that if you've ever been raped or beaten or tortured, it's your own fault, they have to take a hard look and remote view and look at what's really going on. Because the moment you start blaming the victim for being the victim and saying you really wanted it, how does a baby who's being raped want that when it even could take their life, or let alone destroy them for the rest of their life? So when I heard this, I was so outraged. I don't even know where to begin on this. So I'm going to tell you right now, you are a beautiful, wonderful, eternal being. You have never come into this reality to be tortured, raped, beat, abused in any manner. And when this stuff happens to you, it's the inversion of the reality we're in. It has nothing to do with you wanted it, and it's your lesson. Oh my, I got so angry and I got so upset because I know better. I've been out of this reality. It's not something that I'm guessing at. I know. So I just wanted to put that out. You see that I'm very passionate about blaming the victim for being the victim and saying you wanted it all along. So if I come to your house and beat you with a bat till you're half dead, did you really want that all along? My goodness, if you're going to say things, please mind what you say, because you directly affect people and they can commit suicide over it. And I've seen this scenario. This person that said this caused this person to commit suicide because of the mental twisting. And at this point, I have to reevaluate this person completely, because if this is truly their belief system, I'm going to have to walk away, because if it cannot be changed, it's detrimental to anyone's health. So, just a little video about that. But let's go on to better, nicer subjects. I'm just very blown away. So, it is beautiful out. It's a bit, the sky's a bit wonky. And here we go. Now that I went on that tangent, it disturbed me greatly. I was so beside myself. I was so beside myself when I heard such ridiculousness, total ridiculousness. So anyway, I guess we'll talk about leveling up and raising your frequency. Because right now we're at a precipice point, and everyone needs to go to the higher reality. We need to pull everyone with us to the higher reality as much as possible. Obviously, some of the beings will not be able to go. They simply won't match the frequency. We've already left beings behind that simply couldn't even go where we are now. So, it's really early. It's like 7 in the morning. It's not that early, but it's early enough. So, walking through today and walking through the woods and the trails, and I thought I'd do a quick rant video. It disturbed me greatly. So, I don't want to say this person's name because I don't want to publicly shame them, because I do like them as a person. They're just completely off their reality as far as where they should be. And they're going through a heck of a time, because if you're on the path that you need to be on, your life will run completely smooth. When you're off that path, you will be miserable, you will be crying, you will be unhappy in every form of this reality because you're off path. If you're causing damage to others by what you say, you will be off path. And remember, this place is a reflection of what you give also. So if you give out things that are harmful, your life is going to become extraordinarily hard and miserable, and you will be crawling out of your skin because you're not on path. When you're doing something that's harming others, and you don't even realize you're doing this, it reflects in your day to day. So if you're not waking up and you're not at a better potential of being happy, and when I mean being happy is being happy inside. Everything could be falling down around you, but inside you're okay. Then you're on path, you're on task. And task is only to get to the higher vibration. Don't think it's a job, because it's not. It's for you to elevate out of this reality that it's degraded into because of the infiltration of the Archon. We all need to find peace within ourselves. And until you do find that peace within yourself, you will be finding every reason to break down, cry, fall apart, because internally you know something's not right. And you need to pay attention and say, wait a minute, why am I waking up every day and I'm miserable? And I'm angry and I'm sad, and I need to dig up things in my past to make me sad. There's something seriously wrong. You're not on path. You're not going to the higher vibration. And if anyone tells you, don't go to the higher vibration, okay, right there alone, there's something seriously wrong. You have to go to the higher vibration to get out of this matrix, to get out of this simulation. And if somebody says, no, don't worry about going to the higher vibration. Well, if you want to be stuck in a state of misery, stay exactly where you are, do exactly nothing. Stay in that miserable vibration you're in now. And this place is not a place of lessons. It never was. And the fact that the inversion is to make you believe that any kind of sadness and torture is your lesson is ridiculous. That is not what this place was ever designed to be. Not once, not for one moment. It's what it became. It's the excuse to torture you. Because if they torture you, the Archon can feed off of you. Because you'll produce negative levels of energy. And you are tasty. So when someone says that's your lesson, let me tell you something. If you like being food, continue down the path you're on. Because you're feeding it quite well. And it'll continue feeding off of you. And continue make you believe that this is what you're here for, to be tortured. Ridiculous. I seem to not be able to get off this tangent. I guess because every part of bugs again, every part of my reality is like, no, please stop telling people they're here to be tortured and it's their lessons. Oh my God, and that you're responsible for your own torture because you wanted it. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so taken back. I've listened to this person for a couple of years and I've never really registered this before. It's like, wait, what? That or who knows? I don't know. So I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed because I don't want this person causing any more people to commit suicide. Because this person directly caused this person to commit suicide, even if they can't admit it. Because they twisted their reality so badly they couldn't unwind themselves and couldn't find a way out. And this person was falling apart for days and days and days over it because deep down they knew it. And they can get as angry as they want, but they need to reevaluate their entire reality. So I know that I'm talking in code, and I know that I'm not saying names, but I hope this person sees what I'm saying and snaps out of it, because Michael is banking and the Archon are banking that this person put out this terrible information because Michael's hungry, the Archon's hungry, and they want to feed off you, and we are energy, and they want you on a very low vibration, and so they've convinced you that this is the reality you're in. Horrible, just horrible. So, oh boy, I've got to get off this tangent. I'm going to get remarks about, you're on another tangent, Sonia. I just don't want any kind of, I don't want people believing in someone who has lost their way, completely lost their way. And I don't want anyone drugged down with that person because they believe in that person. That person's not a bad person. They have completely lost their way, though. And I'd love to lend a hand and say, come on, we need to change a little bit of the philosophies, and we need to get on the higher path, and we do need to raise our frequencies. It's as simple as that. So, I don't know if I'm going to publish this video or not. I don't even know if I just did this to get it off my chest because I'm so upset over the reality of the situation, what I looked into and what I remote viewed. I'm so upset. When you directly cause somebody's death, you have to take responsibility. And it's as simple as that. You have mind-effed somebody to the point where they could no longer function. And don't say it was their destiny. No, you had impact. Everyone has impact in here. So, whether this person can own up to it or not, I think inside they know. The thing of it is, they're still pumping this. You're the victim and you did it to yourself. And it needs to end because it's inversion, it's inversion, it's inversion. So, okay, I guess I better get off here because I'm going to keep ranting. Always look for the higher road. Tomorrow is another day. Things will get better, but you have to go to the higher path to make it better. They're not going to get better unless you do something about it. You have to change within in order to change without. Please, look for the higher vibration. Take the better path. Be the better being. And tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day. As bad as it is today, tomorrow is another day. And if you have to, start over again. And I know that's very hard to understand and comprehend, but tomorrow is always another day. And that's always been my philosophy. As bad as it is today, tomorrow is another day. So, everybody, raise those vibrations. Find a reason to be positive. Even in the world that we're in now, we're at a precipice point. We've got to get out of the fear. Get out of the self-torture. Stop blaming yourself. Stop going to your past and beating yourself up for it. You can't change what's behind you, but you certainly change what's in front of you. Even though we're only in the now, and the now is everything. Take what you've learned from the past, add it to what you're going to go to in the future, even though there's no such thing. But in this reality, there is. And learn to not take the lower path and raise those vibrations. Don't dwell in negativity. It doesn't serve you. Find a reason not to be negative. Make the world a better world, since we all have to be here. Okay, everybody, on that note, have a great day. Bye.